apocalypse.
Bisho, can you school everybody on the Kid Rock story?
So apparently Kid Rock was at a concert and someone took a picture of him or a selfie. I'm not going to repeat what it is, but he says here, where'd it go? You homophobic slur
your iPhone,
with your phones out. And it was, what would you describe it?
What was the word he used? Did he use the British term for cigarettes?
Yes, a bundle of wood. Yeah.
Cigarettes.
And then when he got
so he
called,
wasn't asking for a cigarette. Yeah.
No. And then he got called on it, and he tweeted, "If Kid Rock using that word offends you, good chance you are one. Either way,
oof.
I know he has a lot of love for his gay friends, and I will have a talk with him. Have a nice day, Bob Ritchie." So he spent his whole career and life, honestly, pretending to be someone else. Yet when he gets hit with this, he does the Hulk Hogan and claims, "Oh, that was Kid Rock. He loves his gay fans. I'm Bob Ritchie." Nice.
Oh, so he's doing like a Hogan thing, like Hogan's penis, right?
Yes.
Wasn't that in the courtroom? You guys
Different
remember that?
sizes and shit, yeah.
Right, like when they asked Terry Bollea about his penis, he made it very clear that Terry Bollea has a regular penis, but Hulk Hogan has a huge penis. That's actually in the court papers, by the way. It's a great read. So Kid Rock was basically saying if he calls you a homophobic slur, and if you get offended, it's probably because you are a homophobic slur and not one of his really gay friends. Wow, I'm trying to picture like my gay friends now. If I said, "Hey, can I call you a homophobic slur because we're friends?" No, I can't. Can do that's pretty quick. I was pretty quick to figure that out. I think we all kind of figured that out. That's like white guy N-word stuff, right?
It is. I've definitely, had gay friends that called each other that, like joking around.
Yes.
They're comfortable with that. It's like it's weird if I pop in and I'm like, "Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Like this doesn't really work out like that."
Yeah, Look out, the blanks are here. We're here. I've had friends say that before.
Right.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna fucking say it.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. No. But the thing I don't see, but here's, I don't know. I guess Kid Rock having a concert, like who goes to a Kid Rock concert? Like probably in 2021. Like, what do you think you would do? Like, what do you think the backup plan was if you didn't go? Like, just like skitching in the parking lot, like doing donuts in the parking lot. Like, what would be like?
Willie Nelson sold out. Whoever was left over went to Kid Rock, I guess.
That's two different crowds, man. I'm telling you.
I thought they loved each other. Don't they do like?
They did. They used to be very close. But Willie's no Republican. I can tell you that right now.
Okay, nice.
Before, I don't know. I mean, that's got to be like Kid Rock. Wow, and he doubled down. He's a douche. I mean, come on. You know what's so funny? Like, and I'm older than you guys considerably, right? And most of the audience, I'm older than considerably because, like, I don't hide my face. I don't hide my age either. But like, when I was playing, when I was performing, when I was actively trying to be famous, and my goal was to be famous, right? The things that were the most popular music in the world were Kid Rock, Limp Bizkit, Stained, the Spice Girls, like all of this shit. And I just remember even like cultivating, like trying to get like a small show or like do 2 days on the road or something. And I just remember feeling like, wow, this is so defeating because every time I put on MTV, it's Fred Durst and it's Kid Rock and it's like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy how like we've gone complete, like I couldn't, like, you guys don't even know, like Kid Rock in like 99, 2000 was like one of the top performers in the world.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. I was
we all remember that, dude.
Yeah, I was coming of age
you
at
guys
that
were like
time.
young. I mean, you guys were like,
we were like 12, 13
yeah, dude, I was
years
a teenager. That was like in my prime of like teenager.
Oh, okay.
Like Limp Bizkit and all that
yeah.
shit is kind of what we grew up on. Corn and all that stuff.
Well, no, I'm not gonna throw Korn in there because Korn actually have a little bit of talent.
I just mean that era, that new metal era was kind of when we were
metal,
teenagers.
But even like if you look at like the billboards, like what was popular, like even like the rap was not that great. It was mostly like commercial rap.
Yeah,
it was boy bands and pop music was it. It was like, and it's just like like I remember watching this guy play everything and get on every show, and MTV like sniffing his balls every day. Like Kid Rock basically said today that he's gonna have a Diet Pepsi, and it's like we sent Tabitha Soren from MTV News to find out about the Diet Pepsi, and like then it's like Fred Durst got his laundry today. We sent John Norris to see if he got his shirt starched. Like MTV couldn't wait. They couldn't wait to like suck the dick. Like they couldn't take the dick deep enough down the throat. It's like you get the dick in the throat and you're like, oh, I don't think I can go any further. And like, no, I want to go further. They put, but like the balls are in there, and like next thing you know, like his nipples were probably in there. They couldn't wait. And then like you're trying to make like music, and like you're trying to like get like a little sniff of something, and like all of this shit's going. Do you know how defeating that was? Like to be like seriously, it's like come on, put on MTV, and it's like, oh, Spice Girls. Oh, Limp Bizkit. Oh, Stains.
Orgy.
The Orgy didn't even make the cut. They were like...
They had one hit, man. That remake of...
They had a fucking...
New
it was
Order,
a cover
Blue Monday?
song.
Yeah, Blue Monday, yeah.
I love New Order.
I remember that was out all the time.
Like I guarantee you everybody in that band, Orgy, probably has a day job. But I'm just saying,
Oh,
like...
I'm sure, yeah.
I'm sure of it. And then like Huba Stank. And it's just like... It's like I can't... Like... It's so funny to me now how everybody like goofs on this stuff. And I'm like, nah, dude, like this was the culture. Like Kid Rock was a superstar. I'm not even denying it. Like
he was a megastar, yeah.
Megastar, banging Pam Anderson, hanging out with everybody, like
beating up Tommy Lee over Pamela Anderson. You remember that shit at the VMAs?
Yeah.
They replayed that like fucking, oh man, talk about MTV sucking his dick. The next day they replayed that like 40 times, man.
Oh, MTV. Like, I was in the Bahamas on vacation with my ex-wife, and we were at this nice resort, and we're watching this aquarium with this couple, and the guy looks a little tattooey, and I'm, a little chubs and tattooey myself, and we're just the only people like really taking pictures of this aquarium. We're kind of talking to each other, and then they go, okay, man, see ya. And then my wife was like, isn't that Uncle Kracker guy? Doesn't he have like the number one song? And I go, oh yeah, it is. I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like Uncle Kracker. Like, it's like, oh, I'm like hanging out, like I'm like talking to Uncle Kracker. Like, and it's just like, but on my world, that doesn't mean shit. But I'm sure to other people, they're probably like, oh, that's Uncle Kracker. That's Uncle Kracker. He's at our hotel. It's just like, oh man.
That's exactly... Dude, that's how I was, but with wrestling by the end. Like I remember the last show that we did, I was hanging out with Arn Anderson the whole weekend, and I wanted to leave. Like I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, people would die during COVID to spend like a whole weekend with Arn Anderson and Enzo and fucking Animal and Tony Atlas, and I just want to get the fuck out of here. I just want to go home. That's what I want to do. Yeah, so I know what you mean.
It's just weird, but it's like I see this now. Like Kid Rock is making headlines. Excuse me, because he's he's a dick, but he still has his career. Like you're never taking the career from him because, I mean, by the way, I don't know where he played like a small theater in Detroit where he's from. Which, by the way, I think is a gimmick. I don't think he's actually from Detroit. I think that's his gimmick city. But whatever.
I can give you the rundown on Kid Rock because that's about an hour north of here. Basically, he grew up in a upper middle class suburb. His dad was like a dentist, a doctor, businessman, something like that. And he loved rap. So he would put his hair up like Kid and Play and shit. And he would drive to the city.
Pictures. His big nose.
Yeah. He'd drive to the city and he'd DJ because he wanted to be Mr. Rap Man. So then he becomes Mr. Rap Man and that dries up and he realizes, fuck, I'm getting old. I want to be Bob Seger now. So he starts writing songs, like shitty songs, like rhyming things with things. That's my favorite Kid Rock song. When he rhymes things with things, it's incredible. And now he moved. He never did live in Detroit, and now he lives in Tennessee somewhere.
I was going to say, isn't it amazing how many white people that kind of try to steal the black culture and the hip hop culture in the early days in their teenage years just become like super fucking rednecks in the later years? I've seen so many of those in my school, man. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from New York City, so that's not something I'm familiar with, quite frankly.
Well, and what's interesting is my cousin was friends with a girl that dated him before he was famous, and because Toledo's so close to Detroit, he'd come down and do shows, and they would eat breakfast with him after the show and stuff like that, and they said he was really cool, and even then, he would do his rap shit, but then he'd come out and he'd do a set on like an acoustic guitar. So he always wanted to do that stuff. I don't know if he did the hip hop shit and played it up because it was in vogue, but I mean,
I don't know.
Eminem and Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit were the excuse for record executives to try to sell rap to white people, and it went crazy in 1999. It's fucking crazy, dude.
It was a weird time because we were going into like a new millennium, and like people thought the planes were gonna fall out of the sky. I can't even imagine like going back to that time. Like I can't. Like musically, culturally, like I just can't. But this time period, like 99, 2000, I was out there everywhere. This was like my whole life. I didn't do really anything else. I just basically tried to become famous. I just basically tried to be famous. Period.
Do you guys remember?
Okay, Rob,
Do you remember
age, huh?
8 Mile? Remember 8 Mile?
Yeah, I drove. I was in Detroit. Yeah.
No, I mean the movie 8 Mile. You went to
Yeah,
Cranbrook.
I don't like the movie very much. Yeah, I don't like the movie.
But I'm saying, when Eminem cracks on the dude says you went to Cranbrook, that's a private school. That's essentially Kid Rock. I mean, he went to a nice school and lived in a really nice house and had a really great upbringing. But was
so you're saying he was like that dude from the Free World? That B-Rabbit was. What was his name? The guy who's now Falcon, who's now Captain America. What was the character's name? I didn't think that movie was that good. I was kind of disappointed in it. You know,
but that's how big it was, John. That's to your point. They were so big at that
Papa
point.
Doc.
There you go. They were so big at that point. Eminem got a fucking movie and he couldn't act. He was in a movie with fucking Brittany Murphy and Kim Basinger.
Yeah, and Eminem's acting was so bad that Brittany Murphy didn't want to live that long after that movie. She basically checked out. He didn't want to live. She was like, "How do I get out of this